want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution, where I talk about everything crypto daily. I want to thank everybody that's hitting that like button for me lately. It definitely helps me grow the channel. Please take 2 seconds, smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I'm going to keep you guys up to date with everything crypto on a consistent basis. Count on me daily. Jumping right into the market today in crypto. Sideways once again. Overall market cap of cryptocurrency, $214 billion. Bitcoin just above 8,000. This is a Bitcoin 4-hour chart. And we talked about this yesterday as far as a potential pullback. And what you have here is you got your high and then you've got a series of lower highs. So what does this mean? The bears are winning, right? So the bulls aren't able to push the price up higher than the previous high. Okay, so this gives you an idea that the bears are in control, at least for now, short term, right? So potentially this will turn into a descending triangle. If we do get a break lower here, looking to retest the original pattern around 74.50. So again, there's some short-term bearish signs for Bitcoin. I've got a cryptocurrency trading group. I've got 6 chat groups where everybody's calling out breakouts, posting charts, helping each other trade this market. Imagine over 1,000 sets of eyes watching this market all the time, working together to trade. Very successful trading group. I've got 41 videos in a playlist. If you don't know anything about trading this market, anything about charts, nothing, you can watch these videos. You'll be making profitable trades. Most people join the trading group because they want profitable trading setups. I post profitable trading setups every single day. Most people come into this market because, yeah, sure, there's some great projects that are going to change the world, but most people want to make life-changing money. And really these technicals is where it's at. This Wales institution, smart money, they trade on technicals, right? So if you guys want to join the group, you want to pay in crypto, email me, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. I'll get you set up and in the group today. You get a 20% discount if you pay for 6 months in crypto. You get a 30% discount if you pay for the year in crypto and an additional month for free. If you do want to pay with a card month to month, you can do so. There's a Patreon link in the description. So I talked to you guys about ETC. Ethereum Classic is up 40% from the breakout of this long-term downtrend. There's a ton of altcoins, USDT trading pairs that look similar. Shout out to Lucas in the trading group. He said, I got 0.3 Bitcoin profit short from the top of 81.30. We have a Bitcoin only trading group where you get access to all these groups, but people are basically comparing notes on as far as what trades they're making. Lucas made 0.3 Bitcoin, so $2,400. Not bad profit for a trade. Shout out to David. He stated, hi, Chris. I only needed 1 day in the group, seeing charts, attending the Discord meeting to know I was in the right place at the right time. I'm currently on the 2nd round of watching your videos all over again. It's incredible how much you can learn in such a short period of time. Not only how to trade, but understanding market cycles, fundamentals, everything in this market. And there's a lot to this. News is a part of it. You got to understand market cycles. You got to understand technicals. The more knowledge you have in this market, life-changing money is going to happen, right? However, I just feel like, hey, I found a faster, more successful way to get there. Shout out to UB on Twitter. He stated, I'm short here because this diagonal resistance is basically downtrending. And what he's talking about is this: you've got your high, lower high, lower high, lower high, right? So you've got a series of lower highs. The bears are winning here because if this breaks higher, everything changes. But until then, you have to assume that the bears will continue to win until they don't. Rand Neuner came out and said, breaking, it's alt season. Now, just to clarify, we know there was a epic one time ever in the history of crypto alt season that most people are hoping for. I would say that altcoins have up cycles as well, where they cycle higher, and you see some of these altcoins act a lot different than they have been. So I feel like there's definitely something changing, but alt season, not quite there yet. Crypto Michael says, dang it, short it, boys. Basically, the idea is Rand Neuner is kind of a mainstream YouTuber, right? He's got a popular show, and basically kind of what the herd thinks. Everybody thinks you should trade against it. The Moon came out and said, no, it's not alt season, my man. That Martini guy, these are both YouTubers, they said, my alt bags went up about 1% overnight. That's a very strange definition of alt season. We're not there yet. However, it's important to know that there's a lot of things changing right now in this market. Bitcoin white paper gets stolen. Theft of Satoshi Nakamoto's Bitcoin white paper. Everybody's trying to copyright the Bitcoin white paper. There's 6 people with competing claims, basically just trying to steal it. Like, we know they didn't write it. 3 from last year, from 2019, and then there was 3 from 2008. Is it just another way to obscure the identity of Satoshi, or are people attempting to get rich from his work? It wouldn't be the first time or last time this happened. Also, I found this, the trademarks. People are trying to trademark Bitcoin TM, you know? So yeah, here's somebody, they're trying to trademark the font. This guy, Stuart Whittington, is the attorney. It says current trademark owner, Urban Trend LLC. Basically, this specific Bitcoin trademark is what they own, right? So potentially not even the Bitcoin B per se, but again, if you look at these trademark events, there's tons of people trying to trademark Bitcoin and the Bitcoin logo. Bitcoin price is on the verge of breaking a 7-month downtrend. And I would say, let's be very grounded here. This downtrend, you know, in my eyes, we started putting in, this is a higher low here. Okay, so that's part of it. We put in a higher high. Now, if we could put in another higher low, that definitely would be good. So the trend is changing, right? But I really want to see a breakout of this upper trend line of this falling wedge. However, the breakout here, you could see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times we've tested this trend line. So is this the last and final time where we'll test it? You know, obviously it only takes one bullish pump to change the game completely. So if we do break out here, 11,600 is the target. Huge possible move for Bitcoin ahead. Now, at the same token, we have to understand that the downside means about 5,000, okay? So quite a few times we've attempted to break higher. It hasn't happened. We have to assume, the way I trade this market, we have to assume that Bitcoin stays in this downtrend until it breaks out. Now at this point, when it does break out, and I'd like to see it close above the 200 SMA as well, but as soon as this happens, flipping bullish, okay? Here's why a visit to the key Bitcoin support level could spark a major rally. Potentially, you remember, you've got this pattern here that we broke out of with some volume. So if we came back down and retested it, you know, I think that retest would be good idea for bullish continuation. This next month is going to really set the tone for Bitcoin going forward. There's no way Bitcoin will hit 5,000. Why analysts think so? Listen, the second you start thinking there's no way anything Bitcoin is when you start losing money, right? How many people called $20,000 Bitcoin? How many people called 3,000 Bitcoin after that? How many people called 14,000 Bitcoin in June, July? And then here we are, you know, gave back half of the run up. If you guys haven't signed up for a VPN yet, I want to encourage you, check out PureVPN. I use PureVPN all the time. You know, I want to have a safe, anonymous way to protect my data. Remember, VPN, virtual private network. It's important for privacy. Anything in crypto, I don't want my data floating around out there. Also, you can obviously use it for access to anything that would geo-block you. Exchanges. You can actually, somebody was talking about how you get access to 10 Netflix regional libraries. So if you watch Netflix, you're geo-blocked, right? So you're limited to the country you live in. But you get regional libraries, US, UK, Australia, Canada. Now there's a link in the description. If you sign up for PureVPN, it's 89% off. It's cheap. It's like $1 and change a month. And it does support the channel. There's a link in the description. I appreciate it. Key recipe causing Bitcoin to rise, economic and geopolitical uncertainty. I don't know if this is the key recipe causing Bitcoin to rise, but it's definitely part of it. I think as we move forward in time, I think as these countries continue to crumble economically, Bitcoin's future, cryptocurrency in general, is definitely looking a lot brighter. So Venezuela just hiked their minimum wage up 67%. That's huge. But in Venezuela, a month worth of work, you still can't even buy 1 kilogram of beef. So again, Venezuela is struggling with hyperinflation, and I don't know if hiking minimum wage is definitely is going to potentially help that out. The U.S. Treasury Department trials a blockchain-based platform using tokens. So again, here we are, digital dollar. They're working on it. XRP on the verge of a massive breakout. How high can it rally? I'm not going to say 589. I talked to you guys in detail about this. If you watch the end of yesterday's video, XRP has a bullish, kind of similar to what we're looking at here with Ethereum Classic, a falling wedge, but it just hasn't broke out yet. Ethereum 2.0 final spec has been released. So there's a lot of upgrades happening. The release contains much needed reorganization of files, directories. There's a lot of optimizations, minor cleanups. Most of these are generally backward compatible. All should be very straightforward to integrate. So again, don't count Ethereum out. Ethereum 2.0 is coming. So here's a Cardano node running on a mobile phone. You remember, sometimes this stuff is pretty technical. This person brings up a good point. He said, now, if someone with the knowledge and background could just make a plug-and-play version of the software as an app, where we can just stake our own ADA, that would be awesome. Another person stated, I'd imagine in a few years we're going to have pretty insane storage on mobile phones, so this is definitely a worthwhile attempt. Another person brought up a good point. He said, my ISP lost power. He couldn't basically connect to the internet at his house. However, his phone still had service, data connectivity, and he could still connect to the web. So potentially, that's where these nodes are headed, to mobile devices. Block 1 releases EOS IO 2, which is faster, simpler, and secure. So check out EOS Go News for more info on this. If you guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure and subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment below with the bell for notifications. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.